And go.
Action. Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
We're trying to beat a storm that's coming in.
We can feel it.
Yeah, we can feel it. I think this might be either the last episode of Kick where we didn't have any rain. So we've had, what, 50, 51 episodes of Kick. And despite off and on rainstorms, we haven't had a single day of Kick where we've been rained out and we've had to go inside.
Except for our very first one. We started.
Oh, okay.
We started in a rainstorm.
Okay. So either we're gonna get a rainstorm now, or tomorrow is gonna be our second episode of Kick where rain causes us to do something different, because the next 10 days or something is supposed to be
rain.
just rain. Yeah. Not like 100% rain all day, just kind of, yeah. All right, well.
Busy weekend?
Busy weekend.
Yeah.
Always a busy weekend. Let's walk over that way.
Okay.
And let's start there. So should we do backwards in time or start Saturday? Or
let's just do it in order of appearance, because
just randomness, because that's how we work.
If we try to do it in order that we did it without a list,
right,
it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah. Yes. So you can see.
I know this, and you know this.
The scare tape.
Yep.
It's blowing, and look at this nice dark clouds coming in. Kinsley's getting nervous.
Oh, look at them.
Oh yeah, look at that.
They're primed for the picking there.
Yeah. So I guess while we're here, so we got, I don't know if we did this on Friday or not, but the goslings and our Rhode Island red hens.
The pullets, yeah.
They are outdoors. The goslings don't stay outdoor at night. They're still a little bit too young for that, but they enjoy the outdoors during the day. Got their water bath set up, got food.
And the pullets, they have been outside since they were about 2.5, 3 weeks old, living in there, and we just recently opened it up with this extra room so that they can explore outside of just the small coop. And they have decimated this. Just, oh, here's the rain.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's pouring.
It's coming. Oh dear.
Yep, so.
We made it 3 minutes.
Then the coop, do you want to talk about, since we're here?
We'll just head over there. Maybe it's just a little dusting.
I'm not made of sugar. I'm not gonna melt.
A little light rain. We can handle this.
We're soaking wet, look like fresh out of the shower. So with all of the chicken, all of our chicken projects with all of the different age groups that we have of chickens and everything, we're running out of spaces. That's why we've obviously combined the geese and the chickens. But we've got now more babies inside the house. We have more babies over there. So we're gonna have quite a few babies that are going to not be ready to go with the main flock, but they're also not gonna be ready to be completely on their own.
Yeah.
So we got one of these and we started building it. We spent about, what, 25, 30 minutes?
Yeah, it really didn't take very long. Maybe 45, including the door, 45 minutes. But these things just snap together really easy. And it's, what, 19 feet?
19 by 9.5 by 6.5. So it's 6.5 feet tall at the very peak, 9.5 feet wide, and 19 feet long.
And it came with all of the chicken wire here. It came with the tarp, all the stakes. So
yeah, it's an all-inclusive kit, and the door has a double. So if you want to just let them out or let a little bit of breeze and not let them out, you have options. But we're going to go ahead and fill it in, I think, with hardware cloth around the bottom rather than using the chicken wire, and just use the chicken wire on the top and the tarp. So we'll set it up very similar to how we did the hoop coops.
yeah.
But from a cost and a time perspective, it just made more sense.
So much more sense. I mean, this is probably a little bit more expensive than our hoop coops, like an individual one hoop coop.
Right.
But time-wise, it was so fast.
Yeah, we couldn't have, I mean, it took us, what, weeks to do those versus it'll probably take us the hardest is always the hardware cloth and getting that all zipped in, but probably take us about 45 more minutes. So I think about an hour and a half total to get chickens completely set up and ready to go.
Yeah, and we're thinking we're probably going to either split it down the center here. Maybe have a little walkway in and then split it down the center so we can have 2 sections, or maybe have different sections so that way we can have our different ages and stages of chickens in here. Or we'll have it so we can do a couple little brooders, outside brooders. I mean, you know, just it should be versatile, large enough to be versatile.
Yeah, and if we find that we really like this setup, we'll probably get a couple more and do very similar to what we did with the hoop coops. But this will at least give us, you know, we can put one of the smaller coops inside of it so they have a protected place to go at night.
Yep.
And then they'll have space to congregate during the day and scratch and whatnot. But yeah,
because we're finding that, like the setup that we did here, this we moved this from there to here. We did that right after recording Kick Friday evening, your Saturday one that you watched, and they've already
decimated it.
Yeah, tilled up everything, so they're ready to be moved again, and that was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So just a run like that's just not big enough. I mean, it's 10 chicks and 2 hens, so they go through it pretty quick. It's coming.
So yeah, and this isn't the easiest setup to move, so we're also looking to get some smaller. This is probably our most difficult move.
Yeah, the double-decker Avituin. Look at Winston. He's like, oh, I like this.
He's like, this feels amazing.
I like the rain.
So the smaller Avituin's pretty easy to move, but we figured we'd get some, you know, some more small like brooder things that we have that are lightweight. And
I built this one here within the first few months of us being on the property, and it's been very useful. So we just need several more of those.
Just lighter.
Just lighter, yeah. Instead of having 2x4s, have them like 1x1s.
Is this your first storm outside, ladies?
I think it's gonna be, yeah.
Yeah.
The shenanigans.
The shenanigans. I need to figure out their names and like individual names.
Well, while we're out here, also take a look at this beautifully manicured field, courtesy of this lady.
I did some mowing.
Yeah, did some mowing.
It was driving me crazy.
And then also moved the downed trees out of the way, not in the center of the field, but move them over there. That was kind of cool. That'll be
upcoming vlog.
An upcoming KraemerLife vlog, yeah. And mowed around all of this. It's nice. It's nice having a mowed field, even though the sheep enjoyed the non-mowed field. Oh, and then also we didn't even mention over here what Katie did. I'll head back over here really quick. You may have seen it in the background while talking. But she took her mini chainsaw and decimated all of these small growth trees, the tulip poplar, a bunch of autumn olives, and really opened this area up quite a bit. She was a working machine, and the sheep love it.
Yeah, they have decimated. There was so much down that I cut. I cut about 25 trees down yesterday, and they have eaten almost, look how clean they've picked a lot of that.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we wanted. And then once they start to wilt a little too much to where they're not going to eat anymore, I'll clear all that out and then I'll do another section.
I wonder if we want to, for the ones that they don't eat and it just wilts, hang them up and make it,
save them.
Yeah, make it tree hay or leaf hay or whatever it's called for over winter.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because I don't think autumn olive, when it dries up, I don't think it's toxic. I'll look that up.
I don't think the poplar is either.
Yeah, and
I think it's just the black cherry.
Yep. Yeah. So
we'll double check, make sure. But yeah, definitely give them some extra stuff to eat. Since we have them in that area, we wanted to make sure they could reach everything. And so I wanted to cut those down anyway. I've been wanting to do that for months. I keep talking about it, and Nate's like, no more projects.
And so she's like, all right, I'm just gonna go do it.
Yeah.
And she did it. Because she did that yesterday. Yesterday I was indoors most all of the day editing a vlog that you'll probably see on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It really took a very long time for me to do that. And so Katie was the rock star in the homestead yesterday.
Trying to get stuff done. Kinsley wants in.
Yeah, Kinsley's like, I do not.
She's not a fan.
Not
it's
do
okay,
these,
sweetie.
One back up, girl.
It's okay, you gotta get back.
Back up.
I can only, oh, it's okay, hang on. Let's not hit your eyeballs.
There you go.
All right,
Yeah.
so I think Winston is totally different. He's like,
Yeah.
this is cool.
So landscape project continues. I worked a little bit on this today. I got the area around the east side of the house nailed in place, and then I just cut it with the propane torch. And this morning I told you on Saturday's vlog that I was taking Winston in this morning to go over his test results for his titer on the tick disease. I didn't take him in, but I did go over the results. Things look a lot better. The infection level, I'll call it, I don't really know what it's called. It was cut by half, and since he's not showing any signs of symptoms, he's not clinical anymore, and his full panel blood work came out normal. We're calling it good, which is great. But I did take Levi in. I swapped the dog that I took in because for the last 3 days, Levi has been limping really, really bad on his left back right leg. Yes, yeah, he's been
favoring it.
Yeah. So, and I think I probably mentioned that actually. Anyway, so I was able to do a lot of range of motion with him and kind of feel things with paw and whatever, and I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, I'll just have the vet check it out. So the vet did a thorough examination, really focused on the knee because that's usually the issue that large dogs have. It didn't feel anything. Decided not to do any X-rays, so he's just going to have a mild anti-inflammatory, and then for like the next 5 days, and we're supposed to keep him rested, which we may be able to do since it's going to be raining for the next 10 days.
He doesn't like thunderstorms, so he hides out in the carport typically. So and he's being really good. Like he knows he's in like not at his full self, so he'll walk out and he'll look around and determine whether or not it requires him to go investigate. Like the other day, one of the chicks got out and we went to catch it, and of course when you catch a baby chick they squeal. He stood up and looked, and as soon as he realized it was us, he stopped and he laid back down, but he did still investigate and determine like, okay, they're safe. So we'll let him rest. Feels like it's going to slow down. I don't know if you want to keep walking or...
We can. Was there more things up here?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. We should have made a list. Oh, did you notice that your one of your tulips is coming in, or one of your...
That is an elephant ear, and yes, the bulbs that got planted, that's an elephant ear. That one will come up this summer. The tulips probably won't come up there until spring.
Inside the same container?
Yeah, they're a ring around it.
Okay.
So those probably won't. But our kale that we planted from our starts is doing really well, so that's exciting. We can finally see some progress because we were really not confident that these were going to come up because we kind of stunted their growth and they were root bound really bad. But they seem to have bounced back. I spoke too soon. Yep.
Oh, that was lightning. Chard it's coming up, doing okay. Basil's coming up. Oh.
Come on, Winston. Come here, buddy. Come on. Good boy. We can talk about Winston. I mentioned the other day that one of our viewers sent us a really good dematting raking tool, and hopefully you can hear us. I did go ahead and I was able to get yesterday all of the mats out of him. You may remember he used to have his big floof. It's all gone. I was able to brush him out with no issues, but I wanted to share what the rake looked like.
Okay. Run, chickens, run! Run, chickens, run! There you go. Good girls. Good girl.
I thought the other one was in there. So I have the one I was gonna show, but I was gonna also show the one that I normally use. So this is, it's a Safari brand. It's the same brand as our other dematting rake. But as you can see, this one has a nice smooth side, and this is the side that goes against their skin. And then this is serrated like razors. It is very sharp. But you do have to be careful when you're using it because you can create bald spots if you just keep going and going and going. So it does a really nice job getting out the mats, and you just very gently can do this. But I was able to get through Kinsley, Levi, and Winston yesterday and get them all completely mat free. So thank you, Casey. This is awesome.
Yep, rain's coming down hard. Look at this. This isn't even close to what we saw. I think it was June 5th. It was just like torrential downpour. It's like 4 times this. There's so much rain.
Yeah, I think it's...
Oh, Levi's running.
Yep, he's going.
I just saw him through
Yep. Yeah, he's out into there now.
Yep.
So yeah, this is very typical of the weather we get. It'll be nice. You'll start to see and sense that rain's coming. You'll smell it. And then this will come, and sometimes this will just completely go away in like 10, 15 minutes, and then you're back out to it. And other times, like this one seems like it's now lessening quite a bit. But this is what some of the projects take a while because it's like, well.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to go over and show them some of the water. So even though it's not one of the heavier ones we've had, you can see here, like, we need to get some downspout extensions to help manage some of this water. But this is just coming from, oh, it's coming back. Just from this over this roof line right there. So, and then we get issues like this. The RV collects a lot of water. I had to put this in place today because the gutter on the RV was hitting the side of the RV. Actually, kind of like what's happening right here. Well, got some cleanup to do. More water issues. There's always water issues. It's always the water issues.
Yep. They come and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a great example of a little summer shower.
Yeah.
So this is pretty frequent all through the spring and summer. But it's so nice out. Like right now, it's not jacket weather. Even being wet, I'm not cold at all because it's probably 70, 78 degrees.
Yeah.
So it feels great out right now.
I bet you the geese are loving it. They're like, oh, singing in the rain.
They are. You can see them. They're actually in there. If you can see them, I don't know if the camera will go that far, but they're in their water.
They are in their water. I wonder if I can. I'm trying to hold this still, so maybe I can zoom in on the edit.
But yeah, you can see them. They're flapping their wings and doing their little goose dance. Cute. The chickens are all undercover, but the waterfowl are out enjoying the water. But we'll get them back inside and warmed up. If it doesn't stay warm out, we'll bring them back inside.
Yeah.
Or if this continues for a prolonged period. But right now it's still very warm out. What else? Was there anything else that we worked on or that you wanted to mention?
I'll think of it when I hit stop.
Yeah, I think
it'll be on tomorrow's vlog if I think of anything.
Yeah, I think those were kind of the major pieces, just kind of cleaning up, trying to move some stuff into the piles. We're gonna let that pile sit for the spring and summer, the debris pile, and that'll be a burn for winter.
Yeah, the stuff that came out from this house. Yeah.
Because we tried to do a fire this year, but it just was still too wet, and we just weren't able to ignite it.
I think that was late last year, wasn't it?
It was late last year, yeah. Yep.
Just douse it with...
I've been saving bacon grease.
Oh, nice.
And so I figured I could put bacon grease in little paper towels all over, and I figured that would be a good, nice flame starter.
Nice.
And kind of put it in the pockets.
Yeah, nice.
And then most of the wood will be a little bit older now, but we had too much airflow going through, and I think there was a lot of issues. We might need to kind of reshuffle it and restack it. We just didn't have a tractor or anything to...
Maybe, so we're thinking about renting a couple different tractors. I call them tractors. Excavator, skid steer, tractor, different sizes to kind of test them out to see what we like before we go out and buy one.
Yeah.
Or see how much work we can get done with a rental
To see whether or not.
to see if we even really need to own one. And so maybe, I was thinking maybe when we have a rental, excavator or skid steer or whatever.
We can move all that.
Yeah, reshuffle that pile. Because there's other little things I want to try besides just land clearing or
Right.
tree clearing.
Yeah, we want to test all of the different, see what components we think we're going to use the most. So whether it's a grapple hook, whether, it's a bucket, a backhoe, like so many different things. Because right now our immediate need is to clear land, but we know that's not going to be our long-term always thing. So rather than buying something and selling it in a year when we don't need it anymore, we're going to see whether or not that rental is a good option.
Right. Or if a farm tractor really can do everything we need it to do, or
Right.
if
Or if a skid steer is that versatile that it can do everything. Yeah. Are you all? You love the rain.
he does. He loves the rain.
He'll come in looking like just a drowned rat, and he just super excited.
Yep, he loves it.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I think that's it for now. So
we'll keep you posted. Oh, so tired.
so we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Take care.
Thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. You got the Julies going on there, buddy.
What's happening?
You got the Julies going on. This is a common occurrence for you. You're such a good boy. Yeah.
Oh, that's real close.
It was real close. See that nose? Oh, what's that? Yeah, you see that nose? Yeah. Good boy. Also, forgot to mention, thank you very much for everybody that said Happy Father's Day. I really appreciate that. Okay, that's it. Bye.